Good morning, everyone. My name is Shane Zutenhorst. I'm the Director of Food Service here for Rainier Fruit Company. And today we're in one of our silo orchards. And today is very important to us because we really want to start with what's really truly important, and that's growing of our apples. And so today I'm very fortunate to have one of our guys that's on the front lines. He's leading in technology within how we grow our apples, and that's Aaron Erlacher. And so Aaron today is going to start with telling us about how we grow our apples. So Aaron, you want to start us off here on
Sure.
on what we see here in our orchard and what we're looking at?
You bet. So we're standing right here in a block of Honeycrisp, and as you can see behind me, kind of a different system than most people might be used to. This is a V-trellis training system. Some of the reasons for that are when we use a rootstock. It's the bottom part of the tree. We graft on the variety that we actually grow above. And these rootstocks are very weak and they produce a lot of fruit. So they don't produce a lot of vegetation growing up. So we got to support these or else they'll fall over. So that's first and foremost for the trellis. Second, why we do a V rather than a straight up vertical trellis to keep them going is we actually get better light interception on this system. What we're essentially doing is we're harvesting sunshine. We're turning sunshine into fruit. So the more sunshine we capture with this system, the more fruit we can grow and the higher quality fruit. Every apple that gets sun touched on it for at least an hour a day is way better quality than anything that stays in the shade all day. And so we found that this system is the most productive. It's also labor efficient, spray penetration is excellent, and we get the highest quality. So it's kind of a win on every level. One of the things that we'll do in here is you can see there's a lot of shade touching the ground, which is good. Sun hits the ground, that means our trees don't have it. So we want this to be shaded on this grass here. What we'll do though is when we near harvest, we'll pull in some Extende. It is a white reflective fabric that goes all the way down the row. And what it does is it actually reflects the light, it diffracts it up into the tree, and then we get better tasting fruit and we get redder fruit, and then we also get more even maturity. So it helps with harvest in a lot of ways. So that's one technique that we use to kind of increase the quality. And actually you can use it during bloom too, and it will actually increase fruit size and yield. So there's several different things that we'll use that for. But you know, when we talk about quality, we also, one of our focuses is sustainability as well. And for sustainability, we have started, a lot of our orchards are going organic or have been. And we've started making our own compost, our own humus compost. And for us, that's a way of recycling our waste. So we'll use old apples from the warehouse, grapes from our winery, yard clippings, bark from trees, anything that we may mulch up. And we'll actually turn that into fertilizer and then put it back onto the ground. So it's kind of a lengthy process. It's a 12-week process, but we're getting great benefits out of it, and it's a way for us to use our waste stream and then turn it into really healthy soil and high quality fruit. One of the other things that we're working on is Bee Better, which is a program for bees. So a lot of people have probably heard about colony collapse disorder. We're losing natural habitat for our bees. We're also having professional beekeepers lose a lot of their hives. It's due to a small mite, and it's also due to the health of the colony. So the healthier the colony, the more resistant they are to this mite and this collapse disorder. So what we're trying to do is provide actual benefit and habitat for them. So we're doing perennial plantings of flowers and bushes and shrubs so that the different native species and the commercial bees will all have something to eat. It also attracts butterflies, birds, bats, beetles, moths. They're all pollinators. So it's a really beneficial thing for them to have a food source and a clean food source all year long.
Aaron, thanks for your time here this morning. I appreciate it. Obviously, the quality that you're talking about is something that I feel like good quality coming in to the warehouse means good quality going to the end user. That's the ultimate goal. Talk about right now, obviously we live in a desert here in Eastern Washington, and we're seeing scorching temperatures out, over 100-degree temps. What do we do as a company to help offset sunburn and those kinds of conditions that can happen within the apple industry.
So for sunburn, what we'll do is, you can see above us here and behind me, there's actual sprinklers that will go over the trees. And when the fruit surface temperature, we measure that many times throughout the day. When it reaches 104 degrees Fahrenheit, we'll start the water, and that cools the fruit down so that we don't get the sunburn. Even if you get really hot fruit and it doesn't damage the fruit, it still makes poor quality, and it makes really hard underneath the skin, and stuff that we don't want to sell our customers. So we try to really protect the fruit in these high temps.
So Aaron, lastly, what do you think about the quality this year's crop, obviously, and the size profile of
Sure.
this year's crop?
So this year looks to be size profile very similar to last year. So we had a cool spring, and there's two things that a cool spring does. It's an important time for fruit growth. And what happens is we've kind of got smaller fruit, which is going to be similar to last year in that size profile. But what it does is it creates a really high quality apple. And the cell structure is great. It doesn't grow too fast and overgrow itself. And so no, I'm looking forward to the quality we've got this year. I think it's great. I think it's so far we're halfway through galas, and it looks fantastic.
Outstanding. Aaron, again, thanks a lot for your time this morning.
No problem.
Appreciate it.